Right now, something quiet but powerful is happening in the financial world, and most people will only realize it when it's too late. The gold-silver ratio, one of the oldest signals of real wealth movement, is collapsing, and when this ratio moves fast, it's never coincidence. Historically, moments like this have marked massive shifts in opportunity, moments when ordinary people who were paying attention changed the trajectory of their lives, while everyone else stayed distracted by noise. I remember the first time I truly understood this. Years ago, I was watching markets the way most people do, reacting to headlines, chasing prices, feeling anxious when charts moved. Then I came across a simple idea. Instead of asking, what's hot right now, ask, what is being ignored? Silver was quiet, unloved, underestimated, and that's when it clicked. Every major wealth transfer in history has rewarded patience, not hype. Silver doesn't scream, it whispers. And right now, that whisper is turning into a signal. The gold-silver ratio collapsing means silver is starting to wake up relative to gold. It means value that was suppressed is beginning to surface. Think about this. When the ratio was extreme in the past, those who converted gold into silver, or began stacking silver consistently, weren't trying to get rich overnight. They were positioning themselves for a shift. Some were small business owners protecting savings from inflation. Some were workers quietly converting paychecks into ounces. Years later, those same people found themselves holding purchasing power while others watched theirs evaporate. Here's the first truth most people miss. Wealth is not built by timing tops and bottoms, it's built by understanding cycles. Silver moves in cycles of neglect and rediscovery. When nobody cares, it's cheap. When everyone cares, it's already too late. The collapse of the ratio is not a promise of instant riches, it's an invitation to think long term. Ask yourself this: are you building wealth for applause today or freedom tomorrow? I once spoke with a man who ran a small repair shop. No fancy degrees, no insider connections. Every month he bought a few ounces of silver instead of upgrading his lifestyle. No one noticed. Years later, when inflation surged and currencies weakened, he didn't panic. His savings hadn't vanished, they had transformed. That's the quiet power of silver. It doesn't impress people at dinner parties, but it shows up when systems fail. Here's a micro shift you need to hear. Stop thinking of silver as a trade and start thinking of it as stored time and effort. Every ounce represents hours of your life preserved outside a fragile system. When the ratio collapses, it's the market admitting that silver was undervalued for too long. And markets rarely whisper twice. Another lesson is mindset. Most people wait for permission. They wait for headlines to confirm what smart money already knows. But by the time silver is everywhere in the news, the easy gains are gone. Strategic investors move when it feels uncomfortable, when others are bored, skeptical, or distracted. That discomfort you feel when buying silver instead of chasing trends, that's not fear, that's discipline being forged. Think of silver like planting a tree. The day you plant it, nothing seems to happen. Weeks pass, still nothing visible. But underground, roots are spreading, strength is forming. When the storm comes, the tree that looked boring survives. The ones planted in haste fall first. Silver investing works the same way. Now let's talk action, because inspiration without action is just entertainment. First, build a simple habit. Decide on a fixed amount, weekly or monthly, and convert it into silver consistently. Not emotionally, not impulsively, systematically. Second, focus on physical ownership when possible. There's a psychological power in holding real value, not just numbers on a screen. Third, stop measuring success in days. Measure it in years. Silver rewards those who respect time. There's also a deeper life lesson here. Silver teaches patience, restraint, and long-term thinking, skills that transfer into every area of life. People who master delayed gratification don't just build wealth, they build resilience. They don't panic when markets shake or when life throws uncertainty at them. They've already trained their mind to think beyond the moment. As the gold-silver ratio collapses, remember, this isn't about predicting the future perfectly. It's about preparing wisely. You don't need to be rich to start. You start to become resilient by acting before you're forced to. History doesn't reward the loudest voices. It rewards the calm, prepared ones. One day, people will ask how you stayed steady while others struggled. They'll ask why you weren't afraid when currencies weakened, when systems shifted. And you'll know the answer wasn't luck. It was foresight. It was discipline. It was choosing substance over noise. If this message resonated with you, if it helped you see silver not just as metal, but as a mindset, take a moment to like this video so it reaches others who are ready to think differently. Subscribe if you want calm, strategic insights instead of panic-driven hype. And share this with someone who's serious about building real, lasting wealth. Because opportunities like this don't last forever, but preparation does.